Today I'm teaching you how to make a magic circle. Excuse me, I've had COVID and yeah, still got a bit of a cough. So a lot of people use the magic circle when they're making cuddly toys and they want to have a really tight starting loop, and you don't want your stuffing to come out of the holes. I would normally chain 2 and then work into the first chain. So I don't really use a magic circle. I'm happy with the way that I do things. Things like a granny square, you would chain 4, make a circle with the chains, and then do your starting round into the middle. And to be honest, that doesn't really give me a very big hole. So I'm happy with how things are, that I've never really wanted to learn the magic loop or magic circle or magic ring. I've done one here, and this is the starting round of the Mystical Lanterns pattern that I'm doing at the moment by Janie Crow, and it has I would say that is normal. That would be the same as any normal way of starting. So to me, I don't see the point in doing it. But if you are doing lots of soft toys and you don't, there is a lot of stitches in there. So if you were only doing a chain 6 double crochet into the loop, it might make the hole a little bit smaller. So yeah, I make pigs in blankets at Christmas, and I would have a hole like that, which I don't mind too much because then I can hang a ribbon or something from the middle to hang off a Christmas tree. So it suits me, it's fine. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on to quickly show you how to do a magic circle, and there are lots of different ways to do it. I've been on YouTube to have a look at all the different ways, and this is the way that seems to be the easiest. I should have used a chunky yarn, but anyway, here we go. Let's see how slowly I can do this. I'm trying to hold my camera at the same time as doing this, so it is a bit difficult, but anyway. So okay, you're gonna get your ball of yarn is here. Let's get my laptop away from there. Okay, so it makes noise. Okay, this is just a Stylecraft DK, special DK yarn, just because I had it handy when I decided to do this. So you get your yarn, you're going to dangle it down in front of your hand like this. I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra because I pulled this and it's gone a bit funny. So anyway, let's try and focus. Right. You pull it down in front of your hand like this, and you're going to be holding it in your dominant hand and in these 2 fingers, your thumb and your middle finger. And you're going to wrap it around your top finger, and you're going to bring it behind, and then you're going to wrap it around. Oh dear, have I already messed up? You're making a loop with a cross at the front. So okay, always have your yarn down. We're going to go, okay, we're going to use these fingers. We're going to wrap it around these 2. This is complicated, and that's why nobody likes doing it. So you have to practice, and it's quite hard to hold it all at once and film and keep it in the right spot on the camera. This is what I'm finding difficult. So okay, so we're making a cross at the front by going round our fingers, and then we come across the top here. So you've got the X at the front, and then this, the back bit, is going to come down here, and you can hold it a little bit tight here like this. Grip it between your fingers. So you've got a cross at the front, and if you turn your fingers over, you've got parallel lines. So this is where we're going to start our magic circle. We go in the back, we pick up this. Have you got it? After that, I don't know. No, after that, right, let's do it again. I've messed up the camera now. Okay. Nope. Let's repeat it again. Right, and hold that tight. Got a cross on the front, parallel lines on the back. Go under, grab this like this, give it a little twist, and it looks like you've got a loop there. So now, after this, is where it can be a little bit fiddly. Oh god, it's really hard to do this on I'm watching it on my camera, and it's really difficult. Okay, so there we go. This is your loop. Let's try and focus. That's a tail end down there. This is your loop. And you put this is your working yarn here. So I've got that in my hand. And this is your loop. So you would carry on here with your starting round. So let's say 6 DC. Gosh, it doesn't want to focus because of the ball of wool in the back. Oh, okay, that was 1. So that was 2 really. I wish I could just close my eyes and do this because it's putting me off looking at the camera screen. Oh, I am not a professional at this. Okay, I'm just going to try and do as many as I can without getting seasick from looking at the camera. So you're working into the loop. I think I'll have to re-record this. I'm doing this so slowly because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know how many I've done now, I've lost count. Let's do it again. I wish it would stop going out of focus. That's what's making me seasick. Okay, so there you've got a loop and you've got your stitches, and all you need to do now to close that is to pull the tail end. So you can pull it. Oh, not the hook. Oh my goodness. This is really annoying. Okay, so you're pulling this tight. You can get rid of that there. Oh, where is it there? Pull this tight. And you can see, oh, I can't see. You can see how that has closed that little tiny hole. And to finish, you would slip stitch into your first stitch, which I can't see because the camera is in the way. Oh, get in. Oh, I can't do it. I'm trying to do it off camera. I'm trying to look at it off camera with the camera right here. Okay, so I can't do it because it's really hard to see where the stitch is, and my tail is all mushed in there. Right, okay, that's why the tail was all mushed up. Okay, so I've pulled that tight and it wants to pull my stitches in. See, to me this is not worth all this hassle. I'm happy doing it another way. I'm trying to join. Okay, so I've closed my circle, I've joined my round, and there's nothing there. You can't see a hole in the middle, can you? Well, you can if you pull it. So yeah, that's how you do magic circle in a really long-winded way, and I wish I could make that better, but I can't. There you go, magic circle. And okay, if I was to show you how I would normally do it, oh, I should have bought scissors. I was not prepared for this at all. Okay, the way I normally do a starting circle, if I was doing something with soft toy or amigurumi, I would make a slip knot. Come on, camera. Probably doesn't need to be that tight. Okay, so I've got my hook, got my yarn on my hook. I chain 2. And then in that very first chain, I will do my stitches. So I'll do 6 in here. 1, Again, I apologise for this camera situation. That was 2. Just doesn't want to focus. 3, I think. 4. Just thought I hadn't pressed record then for a minute. 5 and 6. Now you can see a hole there, which is fine. But I'm gonna close my. So sometimes when I'm doing a crochet and I find this is the hardest part of the start, is trying to get your hook into that very first stitch there to close the round. Sometimes I will use a smaller hook. I will literally take this off the thing, get a smaller hook so I can get in there, because I find that crochet hooks just aren't pointy enough to get in, or I haven't found a really good pointy crochet hook. So anyway, slip stitch to your first stitch and pull tight, and then you can carry on doing whatever you're doing. But to close the hole in the middle, you can pull that. It doesn't really do anything, but look, all you need to do is sew this in to the back a bit, and it disguises the hole. You don't see it, it's tiny. Like, that's me just stretching it out there. But if you darn in the thread at the back, it will just be hidden, you won't notice it. And nothing's going to fall out of that tiny little hole. So to me, that's fine. If I was doing a granny square, you would start with slip stitch, yarn on the hook, just make it not so massive, not so tight I mean. You would chain 4 off. 3 is a bit fiddly sometimes. Let's chain 4. If you're doing more than a granny square, you can chain. There's some patterns that make you want to chain 6 for. That's if you're just putting loads of. So I've slipped in to the very thingy there, to the very first, and I've made a little loop. So not this one that I've slipped into, but this hole here. Focus. Not that one, that's just where you're in now, but the one below it there. So that is a circle, and I'm going to do my stitches into that circle there. So for a granny square, we start with chain 3 for a treble, and then you're going to do 2 more trebles into that hole. Again, I'm trying to look at it on the camera. It's so difficult. I think I'll just go for it and hope for the best. So you can see I've put, so that's a granny cluster, and then you would do, let's see, what would you do? Chain 2, do another granny cluster into that middle, or whatever the pattern needs. So some granny squares are different. There's sunflower granny squares, there's all sorts of different ones. So let's just make this up as chain 2 in the corners. So I'm doing 3 trebles, chain 2 for corners, and then I'm doing another 3 trebles. I'm not doing this slowly. This is probably the speed that I would crochet at normally. Just trying to get it done so I can show you the hole in the middle. And I don't know how much of this is in focus because I'm not looking. It's just frustrating me. Okay, so we've done chain 2. I'm going to do another, another 3 trebles makes the granny cluster, and then another chain 2 to do the last corner, and we're going to join that in the second stitch of the first granny. To me, that always finishes off better than. Okay, so that's how you start a granny square. You've got 4 corners, and then you've got the hole in the middle. And to be honest, let's see if you can see it on my black dress. it's not a massive hole. It's good enough, and you can also make it tighter by pulling this. So you can pull it and then you can darn it in at the back, and that's what you end up with. It's not a massive hole, it's perfectly fine. So I would not do a magic circle for that. It's too much hassle. And this video was meant to be a short, quick video to show you how to do a magic circle, but I've kind of talked you out of doing it maybe. But maybe I'll do a better video with a better yarn and a better tripod than my bra. Okay, this is Ampersand Artisan. I'm Lucy, and my aim is to get everybody learning crochet and feeling the benefits of doing something nice and crafty with your hands. Okay, bye. Bye.